Good evening friends and welcome to den traditionella moderdemokratin. I think you said something about, end and such, but here we are. It's customary to do after the last train tour to do, a post-mortem on what's going on and so on. Although the loading time was, I thought I had it pretty nailed, but it's yes, there I have it. Here we are. Actually, last time I didn't fare so bad with the copyright infringement as I thought I would. So far anyway, knock on wood. Seriously, this 1, 2, yes. The proceeds for the commercials income from revenue from ads, yes, will go to respective band, and sure, good luck with that, if I could actually pay Raubtir and Sabaton by playing workers and resources, and that's a business model, Well, business model is maybe a bit much to say. I think that we're quite far way off from that. Yes, so far off is ridiculous. But on the agenda here, there are a few things. I believe that out here we tore down. Oh, look at the ship! It's about to be done, isn't it? How I like that animation, that it does. It is actually about to be done. Oh, it's the 9th of December. I'm sorry, Finland, I missed it again. I'm sorry, but there we are. This is doing well enough. And yes, high voltage. You see, no, this is not yet being constructed, which means that Husqvarna, it should not be a catastrophe. It should all be fine. It is not all quite fine. No, Gamla Bettan is struggling, apparently. She is down here. Yes. 7 workers, that's your problem. You have coal. You need more workers. But now you have 108 kilovolts. That's great and all, but what we really want is to restore the high voltage connection to the nuclear plant, which isn't possible to do here to construct, because this here, as you see, this here, it is planned, but since there is this is just a replacement, it's not possible to get construction vehicles in here. 770,000 rubles. As I have $1 billion, $770,000. Or we could do it the proper way, yes, which is doing it this way. There's no immediate need in Husqvarna. However, these are always a bit larger than you first envision them to be. Yes. We could get rid of a bit of road here, couldn't we? No, this is very, very important road. Is what this is. Yes, but we need to be able to think. We'll fix that later, maybe. A switch. That way. Or this way. But you can't build it that close to the railroad track, because it is on quite a slope, is what it is. Are you using the randomizer? Use this one instead. The flattener, or whatever you'd call it, it flattens to such an extent that you end up with sharp edges around around whatever it is you're trying to. But there we go, much less space required all of a sudden, as we could slot you in like here. Is what we could do, and then we'll do a serious road here, even out there. Get going, and meanwhile, as in the meantime here, you're really going to do this. Doubt it, not that easily, but yes, this is a temporary bypass road. It does not need to be nice. I think that will allow us to get through to there. Yes, and about up to there. That's a bypass for you. Now, if things could avoid burning down in here right now, that would be much appreciated. Good. So you should play Route here instead of Works and Resources soundtrack. I don't know. It depends. You know, not everyone may like that sort of thing. However much I may do. But this, if we do it this way, you know, then it will work. Where is the other bit? There it is. Yes, start construction. And don't worry, Stockholm, you'll be back on nuclear power soon. Although right now they seem to be doing completely decently off the coal thing. Yes. That was one thing to check off the list here. Yes, Gamla Bettan will have to continue to run until such time that we are finished with this, which will be a little time. 15,000 tons of bitumen and 346 tons of fuel. Yes, if this would be working, which it might actually be. Maybe. I don't know. You're waiting here to load. But why don't... No, right, that's lacking, you know. That's not finished. You need one pipe in that direction too. You didn't think of that, did you? No. That's correct. That's easily managed. See, however far you get with this, there's always something more to do. And of course there's no electricity out here, but there is electricity here, but we need to take it in there. No, out is where we're going. Yes, out. You have well, what's going on here? What is going on here? You see, this pipe is being fed into this pump station thing. Yes. And this should be the passive thing. This pipe should be disconnected. Yes, it's a remnant. Make sure we get the right pipe. Yes, this one. That's the wrong pipe. It's this one. Yes, it is. What's going on here? There's a bit too much of stuff going on here. That's what. That ought to sort it. That's really all we'll have. You know, that's all the fuel you'll have, because I really sincerely don't hope that this means that it loads onto the ship. Or does it? Then you know, no wonder the train diesel station is always empty out here. Damn it. Well, right now it's full. Maybe we've actually recovered a bit on the fuel situation. How are things down here? Oh, gamla Bettan, it's nice to see her running at a pretty decent capacity too. Very good to you know, run her every now and then, so we know that she's still working. I mean, she's 60 years old. No, yes, 60 years old by now. That should be some sort of celebration almost. Yes, we are not quite making fuel at a rate which is optimum. No. But nevertheless, we can't do anything about that more than you know, wait or something. Sometimes we have plenty of people in here. Yes, but not sustained. No, we're not supposed to be about sustaining, you know, sustained. We're supposed to be about, you know, we work a bit when we need to, and we have big buffers and a very safe infrastructure, logistical system to take care of us. And it almost never goes wrong. No. Supposedly, no, we're not finished up here. Wait a minute. Let's get this finished. Yes, hello, Palace of Soviet. Or in an alternate reality, it might be someone else on that. Never mind. High voltage switch. Yes, it's being built. Fantastic. You know, pipeline. Output, we said. This is severely broken, you know. Yes, that is the passive output through there. What we should have is instead of this crap, well, this is get rid of that, and here we'll have a pump. Yes. No. Mod. Yes, forwarding pump. That way. About there. How are we going to get the road? There. Which way does it connect? Oh, this way. Oh, there's no problem at all. Must be some railroad in the way. Yeah, it's old railroad. Disused. Very much disused. Couldn't get rid of it. No, let's keep it as a way to remember how wrong we got it. And if this will survive, we don't know. Hopefully it will. If it works, it will survive. But this, I think ought to do it. Yes, it looks a bit silly, but that's why you have to do it. Now we pump fuel out of trains, and we pump fuel into trains, and whatever, if this gets full and a train comes in and unloads, it ought to flow down here, and then maybe even down here into the ship eventually. I don't know, it's a bit far-fetched, maybe. But I have seen many things, been able to chain many of these together in succession, in passive succession. Yes. Do we have more of the... Yes, we do. Okay, so yes, there's one more thing to look up on. Is the out here, I believe. About, not quite here. But yes, about here. The iron. putting iron on railroad was apparently some sort of thing, and it's built. It's what it is. So I suppose an engine transfer into there, and that has it. But that has that bit. It does not necessarily have many other things. I know what we want to use this the conveyor road crossing, road, one in, one out, conveyor road crossing. Yes, this is the one. If you do something clever here for me, please. I think you could do this, yeah. If we just got the angles up just right, it's having to think about it quite hard. It must be possible. Yes, you see? There we have it. And we shall have a mud road from one end that's not connected. And it's not going to help. And the proper one from the other end. And while we're at it, we'll create a shortcut here. We'll create a shortcut that lines up with the train aggregate loader, because they have had a tendency to burn down, you know. So, save for the actual railroad. We actually have iron on the railroad pretty soon. But how does one do this? You could make it a bit easy on yourself and just say that trains can only come from here, because there's a roundabout here where they can turn around should they want to. And this way, currently at least, lies only fuel. Not the place for a hopper car. No, so we could do that. Let's see here if we indeed could. Yes. And in order to make this passable for construction trains, I don't know. Can we make this section two-way somehow in order to make that work? Yeah, I suppose if we made it part of this whole thing. Ugh. No. That didn't sound very appetizing or pleasing or anything really. No, as did not that. We'll get rid of it and then put in here. Yes, and these are so long, so you can put the diamond quite close to them, and you should still be safe. Theoretically, you could put them even closer, but this is about as far as I'm willing to go. That's $5 million worth of railroad, and yes, we're definitely going to need one here and one here. But you see, now there will be a problem, because this track is one way. Like so. So they won't be able to go back. Do we put in a special little diamond and a thing here? Or do we try and make this two-way for the time being? Oh, that is sure to cause some severe issues. Don't you think? I mean, if we were to remove these, like so. Yes, the fuel supply is down there. Oh, I hit pause, that's why you're waiting. Yes, if you... That's the button that we want. Not the other silly button. Yes, and they'll get to this. This was finished. Then what to do with the iron once it's on the railroad, I don't quite know. We could build another steel mill. Maybe. Then we need more coal too. Do we have more coal? Do we have plenty of coal scattered? No, we're not exploiting. We are doing quite well here in 2030. How is the people doing? 32,000. They are still growing. Very good. I would think that the amount of grain at the moment is quite large. Crops, 7,200 tons. Yes, this is full. And even though no one is supposed to wait here until unloaded, something has happened. And there are free, you know... Are you waiting until loaded? No, you're not. We cannot allow that, you know. Although there were free parking spots, parking spaces available. Were there not? Yes, and fantastic, you know, my complaint has been heard about the MN 18.4 TG. It's now should be purchasable by $4 and from the year 2000 and not from East Germany. No, let's see here. Refrigeration, for example, there should be. Yes, you see, 46 million. Yes, sold. What else do you have? Concrete mixer, maybe? No. Open hull. Yes, you have it. Oh, but it's not categorized as the same, so we have to pay the entire sum every time. Well, it's a good thing that we have plenty of money then. And oil tank, we definitely want oil tank. How many? This is very good. We will not have it in the KMZ 5410 color scheme. No, there was a. We'll have a yellow and blue one. That's what we have. Doesn't really matter at this point. Though. And was there anything else? No. That's about it. So what we've built first, I mean, we're building Scanias here, apparently. What I wanted to do we want some... there wasn't a dumper, was there? A dumper would really have been nice to have. But maybe it's not the kind of thing. Dollars, please. Dumper. Yes, there's a dumper. We'll have a few dumpers, please. Yes. Not in that color scheme. No. Oh, that's not the one. This is the one. Yes, this is the one, but it's... Oh, that will do. And how many... You're quite full on vehicles, aren't you? You're like extremely full on vehicles. Scania 113H, they cannot be transported on anything. No, they are too big. They are too long. What do we do with these then? And they can't drive themselves over to... how much do we get for one like that? 1 million. These are valuable, I'd say. I imagine if we could transport them, but we cannot, so we'll have to put them here for a while. I mean, it was considered the best truck of its time. I mean, Brazil, I don't think so. You know, perhaps this particular model was assembled in Brazil, but it is not a Brazilian truck, Scania. You know, I'm not even going to för 17 så jävlar. It's looking really nice though. And could we, what else, what other colors are it available in? Very blue, as we have checked this before. It is a very blue or a little bit dirty. This is still dirty, but the white one. Oh, and there is the timber truck that is going around just for no good reason whatsoever. It tries to unload at the Hantasino shopping center. And here they come. But we have so many vehicles and so many trains. But the trains, since we kept them to such an extremely low number of workers, they have... Should we really throw this train away? They have been working on this for 2-3 years maybe. Yes, but we need hopper cars, you know, for the iron. To take it where exactly? To park up in the rail yard. Yes, we have so many locomotives. But these I thought was possible to load on a flatbed. I think that I have previously loaded them onto one of these. Yes, I have done. If this one does it, then we're going to use it. Whatever you were doing before, we don't do anymore. You could have seen Molna. You were driving steel to Molna back in the day when we were building Molna. Yes, trying to get by. Those were the days. Damn it, we were not as rich as we are now. But anyway, you go there and you can unload here, for example. Get going with you. It's the 29th of December. We can have a look. Export of resources this year. What have we done? We have done fuel, coal. Yes, the tour train did a whole slew of things. But fuel is the big thing. 93 million. And even to the Soviet bloc, a little bit of electronics. Soviet bloc, yes, in 2030. Well, maybe they resurrected or something. We could be in an alternate reality, of course. The Soviet Union still exists, but as has been pondered upon here previously, the lay of the land is not quite as we are used to. Not going to go into more detail about that now. Yes, the previous episode. Yes, a very good one. It doesn't derail at all at any time whatsoever. Very serious. Definitely recommended watching. Maybe. Let's see, would you manage to load something, please? So we don't have to drive all of these out of here. Yes, you did. You at least, yes, you managed to load one of those. Excellent. Thank you so much, the KMZ 5410. Then your flatbed can actually take longer things than the Peterbilt flatbed. And this one, you did the same thing back in the day. And it should be simple, safe to press Ctrl H, but why do you do it? It worked. It saves you a few clicks if it works. So should we take, the Scanias, do you think? No, we can try. But these places are full already. And I would prefer not mixing more than necessary. So we need more spaces for vehicles. Meanwhile, you can be emptying out this place. Load. Yes. This. Don't. Go here. Unload. And yes, come on. I don't think it's possible to get in any more spaces for vehicles here. It is possible here, but then we're getting quite dangerously far away from the fire station. That would call for another fire station right around here, maybe. Sure, why not at this point? We've done everything else to a ridiculous extent. Some other infrastructure in the way as the railroad. We don't need to cross the railroad. Do you not have a road connection on this end? No, you don't. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. We'll just continue lining them up here. Yes. Engineering. Vehicle production line. Spaces for vehicles. It's too big because there's a power line in the way, but it's not a critical power line that we can't do without for a little bit, I don't think. It might send all the trains out. It didn't. Then it doesn't matter. Only for street lighting. Let's remember to put that back. Indeed, as we always do. If we could maybe align it a little bit like that. And one can never get enough of these, apparently. Not when we're building so many vehicles. It's just ridiculous, but it's what we do. It's what we do. So there we have it, and while we're at it, let's do a fancy, lit streets here. But no, not here. Just for a bit. But what we do is we do this. Some other infrastructure is in the way. No, we can do this, That should allow them to get going. And no, we have not forgotten about the medium voltage wire to the rail yard. So that ought to do it. Do you think the high voltage is done yet out here? Nah. Well, it's a new year. Should we see? We were looking at this, but domestic production last year, overall, 786 million. Consumption of industry, nuclear fuel, 3 tons, 73 million. Coal, 56 million. Iron, 22. Steel, that's only in the industry. Chemicals, 22 million worths. Okay. 6. There's lots of quarried stone, 3 million. Gravel then. How many tons of gravel did we produce? 4,000. Okay, that's not a lot. Should have seen the years before when we were building palace. But and constructions, not a whole lot. Steel, 4,148. That's pretty good. Okay, so this. So that's that. The thread. Yes, the thread was this. Have they gotten anywhere? Well, they have gotten somewhere. They have not got. They have gotten all the steel here. That's something. And this. Yes, they have got. They have not gotten anything here. But they'll get to it. And meanwhile, the meat truck has to go here, but it seems to be a bit redundant because it's going back with the full load. Have you people? Why are you going back? You just came alone. Yes, these things happen. It's inefficiencies that cannot be avoided. But 84% rating at the television station. Very good. 30 people keeping the lights on here. Stockholm, since you are better than everyone else and you have... I mean, this is pretty good. These stats... I'd have to say... Stockholm, where are you? I want the name, the city name, you know. City name? Yes, city name. City name. City name. Yes, here it is. 11,000 people. Sports. This is dangerous. This is approaching levels, and their health is great as well. Thanks to it, I think. We only have like children here in the ambulances, maybe. Yes, that's a child. That's no one. That's someone that died, or you've been out for a refuel. You haven't, so someone died. Unfortunately, these things happen. What did we... Did I set something else off here? Yes, we had lots of plans for a while there. But this was supposed to be... This will go on for as long as it will go on. You never know. But for now, though, we... yes, I think... where are we at? Yes. 40 minutes. Yes, that's more like it. That's more like a reasonable amount than 5 hours. What's going on over here? How is this? Yes, of course, this we should follow up on. Yes, we did not fix this. At least it has not caused problems. Really, you couldn't figure this out? Why not? Okay, view area where a possible issue exists. I don't you have a green. Oh, but of course you could only go there. You could not cross over to that one. No. So that's a bit more than I am willing to do. So what we'll do is in here we'll have a little wooden diamond just for this this purpose here, and we'll signal it off around here, so it should be safe. Right. Something like that ought to do it, and this we actually pay for, because it's the only way to get it done. That should allow them to do what they have to do, and also cause some issues probably. Row building. Yes, there are so many fires. all, when we have nuclear, if they could just get done with this, we should have hired the foreign, the foreign expert consultants on this. They would have done it in a few hours, and cheaper too. Yes, but we wouldn't have had a second hookup here. And who can trust the steel, the foreign steel? Never know what that is. Varstock. Okay, you're going all the way out here to get to here. Are you really? There isn't like a shortcut through here? I don't think there is. Maybe we should try and get one in here. It overlaps with existing construction. Doesn't have to. It shouldn't have to. That's a stop. That's a stop. Let's see here. Can we see where the... No, because it is completely, flat to the ground. And that's what it is. Screw that then. Yes. I think so. Yes, I do. Friends, thank you so very much for watching. Good night.